Pain Concern is the UK charity working to support and inform the 8.7 million people living with chronic long-term pain in the UK. Its belief that pain is best faced together by the pain community of people with pain, their families, supporters and healthcare professionals was not universally accepted.
For the first 11 years of my life, I was very disabled by my pain. I had no help at all, and what made me really motivated to drive it forward as much as I could was a difference that actually access to a pain specialist had made to my life, and the turnaround, and then realising with excitement that there was a whole pool of knowledge there that could help people in this very difficult situation, dealing with this very difficult condition.
From its self-help patient group roots in Edinburgh back in 1995 to becoming a leading, trusted provider of information, support and an influential voice on policy at UK and devolved government level, Pain Concern was and is at the forefront of changing those outdated views.
It really was almost criminal that this wasn't better known to the many, many people whose lives was blighted by everyday experience of pain.
So this is what we're achieving so far. 35,000 visits to our website each year. Over 2,000 calls a year for help and support to our telephone helpline and online community. 75 editions of Pain Matters magazine containing news, features and comment, now guest edited by leading pain teams and clinics around the UK. Information leaflets written by leading healthcare practitioners and certified by the Information Standard as health and care information you can trust. They can be found in pain clinics throughout the UK. And research focusing on providing people with pain and healthcare professionals with evidence and resources that will help support effective self-management of chronic pain. 3,500 listens to over 120 half-hour editions of Airing Pain, our internet-hosted radio show featuring interviews with leading international scientists, healthcare professionals and people living with chronic pain.
Within a school context, a child was reported having pain and saying that they couldn't participate in activity because they had pain at a particular time, but they were informed by the teacher, according to the parent, to get on with it, suck it up and just get on with it.
I did not realise how awful I can be on one of my bad days. Honestly, it was weird because I had two people playing me.
Men will very often speak of their loss of a role in the family, the fact that they can't provide anymore, they can't be a breadwinner anymore, that they can't go out to work or provide that kind of leadership or physical help around the house that they hope to.
If you consider how women have accessed healthcare for pelvic issues such as menstruation, first sexual encounter, contraception, pregnancy, smear tests, women are just used to talking about the abdominal pelvic area.
When the entire clitoris and the labia minora and labia majora are cut off and everything is sealed together, and a very tiny hole is left, like at the head of a matchstick, and that's only to allow the urine or the menstrual period to go through. Can you imagine a woman having sex with a man in that tiny hole?
Most people visualise the chemotherapy going in and kickboxing and beating the cancer up. When I visualise it, my cancer is truffles. And the chemotherapy is like little pigs going around snuffling out the truffles.
When we've asked the questions, have you had adequate pain training in the past? The answer is pretty much always no. Would you like more pain training? The answer is pretty much always yes. And do you feel that all undergraduates have adequate pain training? The answer is pretty much always no.
If a person has chronic pain and they become socially withdrawn, isolated, that quickly leads to depression and an erosion of the spirit. And that person then is going to suffer even more.
As it marks its silver anniversary during the COVID-19 pandemic, funding to keep this vital service for those affected by chronic pain going has never been more critical.
You have to get yourself back engaged into social environments, working as hard as you can to get yourself back to a normal level of activity. Meanwhile, we'll be in the lab trying to come up with as many magic bullets as we can come up with.
So please, Pain Concern needs your help to keep supporting those 8.7 million people living with chronic pain in the UK. We cannot do it without you.